What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
What's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Check this out. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliate. Welcome to the show, everybody. Look, we're going to have a great show. We got a fantastic guest on today, so y'all going to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Want to really quickly say from the Dope Living family, condolences to my man Takeoff and his family. You know, this violence has got to stop, okay? This violence just has to stop. And, you know, we're going to do a show basically talking about this violence at some point. But right now, we just want to say, you know, we support the family and we want to give our condolences to the family and everybody involved, all right? Having said that, man, let's get to the show. Let's go,
Gee, what up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Dope Living TV Live. What's happening, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. We got a good show for y'all today. Let's get them.
Most definitely. Mo B, what up, bro? All the way out there.
What's up?
Let's see what's going on, bro.
Mo B.
Chillaxing in Nashville.
Chilling. Life Roach. I'm messing
Life Roach.
Life
Oh,
No.
That was terrible.
No.
Brother Jeff, good to see you.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight, y'all?
Happy to be here.
We all good. Marcella is her name. Marcella, what's going on?
Hey, how's everyone doing today?
Hello.
Hey, good.
Hey, man, we got a great show today. Okay, there's you know, as people try to from the pandemic even before, as people try to get out and have a good time, you know, try to get back to normal. It's getting increasingly hard because there's people out there that just don't understand it. We just want to be free. We want to be able to do the things we want to do, have fun, you know, adult fun. But there's people out there that don't want it to happen. All right. So you can't even go to parades. You can't go to the library. You can't even go to church. Okay. Without something happening. Okay. This guest that we have on tonight, man, he's made sure that you can come to his spot. You can come to his place, have a great time. All right. Don't worry about nothing. It's all good. And you know, just enjoy yourself. What's up, Gina?
Hey, the crew is all here.
Yeah. What's happening?
So I don't want to keep my man waiting. And we were trying to work out some technical difficulties, but we're gonna make this work. All right. There's a club, you know, from the hometown GI. All right.
GI.
And we've this guy's actually, when I was managing on the radio station, this guy actually put me on. He said, "Hey, look, you want to use the club? Come use the club." You know, he said, you know, didn't even give me a price. He just said, "Come use the club." All right. We had T.L. Williams, you know, getting more money than you. We had him there, and it was a great show, man. And I thank this guy because, you know, he didn't have to do that. All right, but he got a great story. Okay, everybody say hello to my man Darrell Biddings. What's going on, brother?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Peace and blessings to everybody. How are you all? I'm delighted to be on the show, and I appreciate you all asking me to come on.
Yes,
sir. Welcome. We're happy to have you.
Happy to have you.
Yes, sir.
It's always good to see you, number one, but it's always good to celebrate, man, somebody who's doing good. You know, somebody who's making sure that people can enjoy themselves, man. I mean, we live in a rough world right now, man. And to be able to step outside of all of this mess and to just come and enjoy yourself, you know, it's a great thing. And so I congratulate you on that, man.
Well, thank you very much. And it is most definitely a blessing to be known as one of the facilities where you can actually come out and have some good, mature, clean fun. So, and we appreciate the support that we've been getting from the community in Gary and surrounding areas. So, you know, thank you all.
That's the hometown, man.
great.
I got to come back and do some things too. But, you know, again, welcome to the show, Darrell. We are trying to get back to normal. You know, we've been trying to do that for a while, all right? And you've been able to do that without consequence, without, you know, events. I mean, how have you been able to do that?
Well, I try to keep an open line of communication with the younger folks that are in the area, as well as the older, more seasoned people. And I ask them to comment on things that we're actually doing, because we're doing this as a service to the community. It's not just for myself, but I enjoy being a servant to the community. And I've always wanted to bring this type of entertainment to Gary. I've always heard about how things were going on in the 70s, back when I was a kid. And I wanted to relive those type of feelings when people come to Gary to say that, hey, man, this small town really has some really nice places to go, some really great entertainment, and some artists that actually are unknown and untapped. So we've actually wanted to become that vehicle to bring local artists here, man, to really get that exposure so people can see what gifts they have that they can actually share with the world.
You know, and if no one has ever gone to the club, man, it is the most relaxed atmosphere you can get. You see the fireplace up there, right? You know,
Yeah, that's what's up. I like that.
It's a very relaxed atmosphere. It has, you know, the perfect stage setting, and it's not too high, it's not too low. It's right there so that you can actually get the vibe. You know what I mean? Get that vibe from who's ever there, the artist that's there. So Darrell, have you had many obstacles in your journey getting to this point that you're at now?
Yeah, absolutely. The very first obstacle, well, I would say the first two obstacles I had. Number one was finances, because it took quite a bit to actually rehab this whole building. This whole building is about 18,000 square feet.
Wow.
So we were really ambitious in the beginning, and we said we were going to come right in here and we were going to open up the first and second floor at the same time. Man, when that budget started to get ate up quickly, and we abandoned that idea just as quickly. We said, okay, let's get downstairs, let's finish up this first floor, and let's allow the business income to actually help us open up the other areas that we wanted to open. So that was one obstacle. Another obstacle, and I don't even like to look at it as an obstacle. Really, it was actually fuel for my fire. But you have a lot of people that don't believe in what you say that you can do. And I had to realize over the years that looking for encouragement from those type of people, they don't see that in themselves, that they can actually accomplish certain things. So it's hard to get encouragement from them. I heard you're going to go broke before the place opens. Nobody's going to support it. The type of entertainment that you want to bring here, nobody's going to come to Gary. You're so close to Chicago. Why would they come to Gary and they can go right over to Chicago? My objective was to most definitely prove them wrong. And we've done that. We've done that. And sometimes you would expect it from people that you don't know. What's hurtful is when it comes from people that you love, that you think love you, family members. And I had to understand, listen, a lot of people just don't have it in them, or they don't know that they have it in them. They haven't tapped into it on doing things that brings out the greatness in them. And I'm not a vocalist, I'm not an artist or anything like that, but I believe I do have the gift to build. I go to sleep with projects on my mind, and I'm anxious to wake up the next day to execute those things that I was dreaming about, thinking about. So I believe that that's my gift that I can actually share with the world, is my gift to design and build. Everything in this building I actually built and designed myself. The couches that we're sitting on, the design of the fireplace wall, and different things like that. I really like to exceed people's expectations. So that's a job. It's probably a gift and a curse, because man, I'm telling you, it'll take me months and months to pick out a particular light, because I'm saying this light won't work. I need to have this particular light because this is going to set the design that I have in my mind. So those are things that I just like to share with the world myself.
So, Darrell, I remember when you first got it started, and it was under construction. You were still doing stuff, but you opened it up. You cleared everything out that day. I would literally see the people that he had working for him move stuff to the back, okay, so that everybody could come out and enjoy the place. And then after it was over, get back to work. I remember that. You have a question?
Yeah, I do. What you just getting started with everything. I want to know how you got started in all of this. You know what I mean? From the first steps, you laying down the foundation and your dog mindset and mentality it took for you to get to this point. That's what I really want you to hone in on.
Well, I initially started out, I had a small restaurant. My mom, she was really good chef in the kitchen. And we did a lot of different meals that you wouldn't get at your typical restaurants. We would do lamb, we would do a curry goat. We would have things like black bean soup, salmon croquettes and things like that. So I enjoyed the look on people's face when they say, man, that chicken was very, very good. Who seasoned the chicken? So, I just hearing people have a delight in what we were offering, those were things that sparked my ideas. I said, well, what if I get a bigger place and I can get me a liquor license where people can come and have a good cocktail, some wine, listen to some good jazz music, a live band. So those are the things that started turning in my head. And I would actually sit down, man, and just start drawing out things on a napkin. I went to mechanical drawing school and drafting when I was in the 8th grade. So those things stayed with me as far as those skills. So I would just get my protractors out and everything, and I would just draw. And I would say, man, I would need a doorway, this large, because if I'm going to have equipment coming in, I don't want to be scratching up my door. So, man, it went all the way down to those small little details. As far as, say, the stage, I don't want the stage too high because I want people to feel like they're always at a VIP show. So it was all those little things that I compiled in my mind and said, okay, now I need to get the other resources to actually put those things in motion. Well, the other resources was money.
Yes.
That's how I had to learn the construction trades. I was getting estimates on this place, man. And, these people were giving me astronomical figures. They would say, okay, one company said, well, it's going to cost a minimum of $1 million to get everything done. Another company said about $1,200,000. Another company said $1.1 million. And I'm saying to myself, wow, man, I don't have resources like that. How can I get this done? Next thing you know, man, I started looking into books, learning how to build. I started talking to other people in the contracting trades, and I had people that were willing to show me how to get things done. And after that, man, it just took off because I had a passion to do it. I didn't realize it was a passion at first. Initially, it was like, okay, I don't have the money, so I got to learn how to get it done. But then it became to the point where I was able to do it so effortlessly. And people would tell me, they say, that's not just something you just learn how to do. They say it's something you're gifted with something. Yeah. So that's what I started to realize. Okay, maybe this is my gift, to build. And like I say, when you look at the place, I designed and I built everything from the metal fabrication. I welded it myself because I went to the Gary Career Center and got my welding my welder's license.
It works.
Yeah, man, and it's been working. And my young sons, man, it's a joy because my young sons are enjoying the construction trades as well. I'm teaching them, and these are the ones that actually help me get things done around here. So you know, I'm proud about that. I feel blessed, you know, and that's just a small part of my story, small part of it.
That's awesome, brother.
So Darrell, why did you choose the name Loft-A-Deek?
Well, initially it was Link Bar. Back in 2010 is when we initially opened, and it was Link Bar. And Link Bar, you know, it was Link because we wanted to link people together, that whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, everyone, because we know as black people, man, the influence that we have on this world, culturally and everything, and we know it. And I wanted to just prove people wrong and say, man, you got the wrong idea about every black person. Every black person is not like this, you know. So I've always found myself saying, okay, I'm gonna prove them wrong, and I enjoy proving people wrong, the good way,
in a good way,
you know? In a good way. And you know, it's just that's just part of my makeup, you know. It's just part of my makeup. So Link Bar is, I wanted to just link these different ethnicities. That's why I chose Link Bar. Link is really what was the core of what I was doing. Bar is just because it's a bar, but Link Bar is, hey, I want to link people up from different areas of life, and you know, bring them all together and say, hey man, we wasn't even expecting this in Gary. So and it's been happening. Yeah, it's been happening.
That's what's up.
And I know that people didn't expect it. They didn't expect it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure people didn't expect it to be there that long either.
Long either. Yes.
That's crazy, man. Does somebody have a question? Somebody was saying something.
I have a question. I'm curious to know, and you kind of answered it, but I want you to go a little bit more in detail, because I'm sure you had a vision, and you know, you wanted to run with that vision. But why Gary? You know,
well, because I'm born and raised.
Right, but especially in the area where you are, it's just now within the last couple of years they just started building it up. So I'm just curious to know why you chose where you chose.
I was raised not too far away from here. I was raised on 8th and Vermont, which is on the east side of Broadway.
Yes, sir. East side.
Yes, east side of Broadway. And I always wanted to do something for my hometown. You know, it wasn't a whole lot of contemplating on, okay, do I want to do it here? Now, of course, I would like to expand and do things in other areas, which I have partnered up with some people and done things in another area. But right now, Gary is my primary location for my entertainment. And I just wanted to add something of value to my own city. So this is why I chose my city. I knew that I had a feeling that things were going to turn around for the city. I wanted to be a part of that major turnaround. You know, so that's why I chose this city. Now I looked at a couple of different buildings. I looked at multiple buildings. And initially a building this size, it was kind of intimidating because I'm calculating these numbers in my head, and I'm saying to myself, wow, this is going to take some money. It's going to take some money. It's going to take a lot of effort. I've also looked at smaller buildings, but this one was for me. This one was for my idea. This one was for the concept that I had to give to the city, because I can grow. You know, for 10 years, we've been operating just on this first floor. We've been blessed to be able to use income from just the business itself to expand on our second floor. And right now we're under construction right now with our second floor. And like I said, without any bank loans or anything. That's all I do is just invest back in my business.
Nice.
That's it.
It's a blessing,
Yeah.
yes.
Right there, man. You invest back in yourself, okay? Because these banks are crazy.
Yes, sir.
Man.
That's right.
Right.
And once they get a hold of your stuff,
Go ahead, Zell.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
serve food at the restaurant or at
Yes.
the club or bar?
Yes, we have a kitchen. We actually are adding things, a larger menu. Initially, of course, it was, your wings and your fries and salmon sliders and things like that. So we're not looking to be a big restaurant. And what we have been doing, we've actually allowed vendors to come in and utilize our kitchen. So they'll pay a vendor's fee. So it gives people a variety. Friday, it might be jerk, a jerk menu. Saturday, it might be some soul food. So those are the things that we want to do. Just like our entertainment, we want to give a variety of entertainment. We don't want the same thing every weekend. So same thing with our kitchen. And we're working right now on a really nice menu because I want to get my own people back in the kitchen. I used to be in the kitchen myself though, and I would season my chicken up. I make my seasoning from scratch, and I get in there, man, and people really enjoy it. So I want to continue to add those things to our menus, having small food tastings where people say, hey, well, this is a winner and this is not so good. So look out for those things as well.
Moby, you had a question?
Yeah. So have you thought about, or have you ever done any live shows from there, broadcasting?
Oh, absolutely. When you say, well, we've done broadcasting before. When we would do radio commercial slots, we would have, I believe that's called a live feed. I guess that's what that's called. But other than that, we've been streaming on online. I'm not too technically savvy. So some of these terms I might be off, but we've streamed online. We used to do a open mic with a live band here every Tuesdays. And it was with a good buddy of mine that had passed away, named Kelly Chukwu Barinfree. And we actually would have a live band, and we would allow other band members sit in with our band. So if a saxophonist came in and wanted to do some open mic, he could sit in with a band. Someone on lead bass, they could sit in.
Cool. Vocals
and something like that. Vocalists, yes. So we've had a lot. We've had quite a few live shows over the years. We used to do 2 bands a week. We would do a classical jazz band, and then we would do another band that did, your funk music, your R&B, your soul music.
Yeah.
So when you say broadcast, is that what you mean, or can you explain to me exactly what you mean?
Darrell, he talking about bringing my show to your spot. That's what it is.
Brother, the doors are always open.
Man,
doors are always open for that.
Greg, that would be an awesome New Year's Eve party. All of Dope Living sitting in a VIP somewhere and just chillaxing.
Yes, sir.
He probably already got New Year's Eve booked. Okay, I'm telling you. All right. That's how.
I think New Year's Eve might be booked, but I would actually have to check. I believe New Year's 31st. Yeah, I'm sure it's booked, but it's booked for a later evening party. So we try to utilize almost all hours of the day. So we have 2 sets. We might do a set from 5 to 10 and then let the later set come in. So that's how we try to stretch things out.
That would be a great spot to have a homie situation, man. But here's the thing I was going to say when you were talking about the acts and everything coming in. I remember Darrell at the time, man. You know how when the acts come on, they want to do the sound check and get this right and this and that.
Yeah.
This don't sound right. Darrell will be out there, be like, "No, this don't." He not on stage. He's like, "This don't sound right, man. I got to do something else.
Yeah.
And he would go and get whatever he needs to make it sound perfect. The acoustics in there are fantastic.
Wow.
Yep. Greg, I just bought 4 new monitors, man, floor monitors for the live show. this week, and I'm actually buying a new cordless mic as well. We bought a new mixing board because we want Selena, when she comes in, we want her to say, hey, I'll come back to that place. And we want to establish the type of relationships with people where we would say, you know, once a year, we're going to bring Selena. Once a year, we're going to bring Kiki Wyatt. Once a year, we're going to bring Fantasia. So those are the type of artists that we actually are lining up right now.
Nice.
We're lining them up right now.
You're cornering this market because I can remember when the Radisson was the big place to go in Gary, and that's not in Gary, it was in Maryville. But that's where we went for our concerts.
Yes,
and,
I know it.
And now it's gone. So
I worked there. I worked there.
Wow.
Okay.
I was working, man. They hired me in right at 16 years old. They promised me because I had a cousin that worked out there. And I said, well, you know, I want to get a job, you know, as soon as I can. And they brought me out there, had an interview, and they said, but we have to wait until you turn 16. I think, you know, you have to work with work permits and things like that. But they said, they called me the day after I turned 16, and they said, come on in for orientation, man. And I was floating on a cloud then because I'm seeing the Temptations, man. I'm seeing Stephanie Mills. I had to take Gladys Knight. I had to take them some razors to their room before, and I met them and everything, took pictures. So, man, I was just that entertainment aspect of it, man. I loved it. Yeah,
you were destined for this. Then you were destined for this.
Yes. So,
okay, full circle.
And if anybody knows the spot, all right, it's like on, I think it's 7th and Broadway, right?
7th and Broadway, yes.
So on 7th and Broadway back then, everything it was dark. It was torn up. You know, there was all this mess, and then there was Darrell's Club. All right.
Yeah.
Now they're built. I seem to think when I come, they're building.
Yes.
Because of because you're still there, they're building up around you now.
Yes, they are. And the apartment building that's directly adjacent from us, brand new apartment building, is called Broadway Lofts.
Get out of here.
Really?
Do you know how many phone calls that I get of people thinking that we're the apartment complex?
Wow.
And so what I did, I made that a contact in my phone. So when they do call and I have to tell them, hey, you know, this is not Broadway Lofts, this is the entertainment venue. I said, but I do have the Broadway Lofts phone number. So they need to pay me because I'm almost like a receptionist for them.
Man, I know, right?
Seriously, yeah. But if we're still here, man, and to see the change, it took them so long. Right next to us was an abandoned building, and it was a 3-story building, man. And every year we would try to put the press on, say, hey, you know, what's the status with this building being torn down? And then they called me into a meeting one day and they said, Mr. Biddings, we're going to be starting to tear this building down. So we want to work in conjunction with what you all are doing down there. Make sure we maintain the safety. And man, it was music to my ears. I said, finally, this building is being torn down. And it's almost like those abandoned buildings, man, they absorb all your light.
Yeah.
But now that building is gone, it seems like the light is much brighter now. You know,
I just think that they're building around you. You're the reason why they're starting to build something. They still see people coming downtown, Gary. All right. So they say, well, hey, why not? Right, man. And if they're calling that the loft, man, I would use that marketing wise.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'd be plugged up on that. Hey, that was my name first, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If I was you, I'd take I don't know how much money you got this extra spend. I would rent 2 of those apartments. So when these stars come in, they right across the street. And
right. Exactly.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna pay me for that. You ain't got to pay me for that.
I appreciate that, Greg.
Somebody probably already got an Airbnb's going up there anyway.
Dude, it don't make a difference. Okay, the Loft of Dig is here to stay. Okay, Marcella, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, you just took one of my ideas. I was going to tell him. But Darrell, you are such an inspiration to others. You know, you hear a lot of our people that have left the area, and I love how you said you wanted to put back into your hometown, and you see. I hope others see what it is that you're doing, if not even here in Gary or in Indiana. elsewhere. When you
Right,
come back
right.
and you put your sweat and soul into something, look at how it's spreading like
Yes.
wildfire right now. But it takes just that little seed to plant.
Yes,
And
ma'am,
now
it does.
it's going to grow, and it's going to get even better and grow even more within what things are you doing, and Gary as well.
Yes, ma'am. I have faith. I have faith in that, and
Mhm.
I thank you all for continue to encourage me on something like that, because it makes me want to get out there and do more. And
Go upstairs and try
I
to
think it's
build
working.
something.
Yeah, man, I'm here now. As soon as I'm done with this interview, I'm getting ready to start working, man. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start. We will work up until the day the doors are getting ready to open, man. And I have my crew, and I have a great crew, man. My construction team, as well as my bar staff. I mean, they'll come in, start moving chairs, they'll start sweeping up, they'll come in early just to say, let's do what's needed to make things roll smoothly for the night. So I have to commend my staff for that, man. But we will work until the doors are open, and we'll shift everything to the back. And I'm still in the back doing some welding or some painting or something, man. I don't know if I'm just addicted to it. You see what my hat says: dirty hands, clean money.
All right,
And I stand by that. I stand by that, brother. And I enjoyed it. I'm telling you, yesterday, man, I had almost like about a 20-hour workday, man. I had a 20-hour workday because I have other businesses and properties in Gary. So I normally start my day out around 6:30. And it's like when my feet hit the floor, I'm working. Last night I said, I had something that I have to get done. I took me a quick coffee drink that had a little caffeine in it, and some guarana and some ginseng. And man, I was zooming. I said, man, I'm getting this done tonight. So I just enjoy it, man. I enjoy it.
Man, it's a beautiful thing. And I know for a fact as well, from the time that I haven't been there in a while, okay, but the group of people that works with him, all right, because he never says for them. Y'all notice he said works with. He never said for. All right, but they want to be there. They actually are anxious to be there. All right,
they do, man. They do, and I'm glad you picked up on that, because it would be maybe an event that we don't require for our entire staff to be here. They would just show up just to hang out with their coworkers, man. They would just show up, and it just it pleased me. It pleased me to see. And I told them that, I said, you guys not even scheduled today, and you guys just are showing up to come and laugh and have fun with us. So I'm grateful for my staff. I really am.
That says a lot of staff character, brother. It says a lot for your character. Zell, you got a question?
Yeah, quick question. So it actually piggybacks on what you and Greg are talking about. So you seem to have such a sense of camaraderie and friendship and family in regards to your staff. How do you select the people that are on your staff and on your team to help you live out your dream there?
This is what's funny and a blessing as well. It's almost like they find me. I used to recruit. I would see someone, a security personnel or something, say, hey, do you work here, every weekend or what have you? Or do you have any availability? I would see a bartender, or just meet someone. Say, hey, have you ever done any bartending or cocktail serving? And, that's initially what I started doing. But then people started to find me. And, sometimes you have to weed out the ones that don't fit in what you're doing. And that, we've had quite a bit of that over the years, but we've been in business for 11, almost 12 years. So right now they're pretty much finding us, and, with my staff, they know what I expect. So if they know that a young lady that's looking to bartend is a good fit, they'll bring her in and say, hey, why don't we interview her? So it's like my staff brings them to the business.
I've seen he's had movies done at his club. He's had a lot of stuff done at his club, man. It's just a place that moves. It's the mover and shaker place. It's like a George's music room. Everybody comes there. You know what I mean? So we definitely support and applaud you. Ludine says, "Hey, I can't wait for Selena Johnson. Thanks for mature events."
Okay.
That's my buddy, Ludine. That's my buddy there.
She's a fantastic woman, man. But
beautiful soul.
She put something in there where she says mature events. How can you maintain that standard for your club?
Yes.
Well, it's certain events that we do, and we want to do more of those events. We understand the younger people have to have some place to go, and I don't mind giving them a party or a night where they do something. I just have to limit them to how much they can do, because our young folks, man, they want to take over. But what we do is our first point of contact when someone comes up to the establishment is how we greet them. My security is going to welcome you. Hey, man, thanks for stopping at the loft tonight. You know, we hope you have a good time, but we need your ID, and we want to make sure that we search you. You know, we don't want our security to be aggressive with people. We want them to be stern. So what I've learned over the years, that first point of contact, you know, that kind of dictates how the course of your night can go, you know, and it can have an opposite effect, but for the most part, we've had good luck with that. You know, people coming in, and we want to greet them with a warm welcome. And that's what we do. My bartenders, I let them know we understand that it gets busy, but these people do not have to come and patronize our establishment. It's an honor for them to come in. So we want you all to treat them as such. We want to see service with a smile. You know, if it's something that you all can't get done, let them know, okay, let me check with a manager real quick. Give me 1 second. And we'll do what we can to make sure we can rectify a situation or we can accommodate you.
Absolutely. Mama Amos says, I'm enjoying what I'm hearing about doing something in the area again. It's needed. Those of us from back in the day remember the Zodiac Club, the Blue Room, etc. Very needs this. And now putting into that is the Loft of Deke. Okay, that's great to be in the same sentence as those great clubs, man, for real.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. It's actually, the name is actually Loft Attic, ADIQ.
So
ADIQ.
Why did everybody leave it as, you know, I guess you left it when they say it, it's a Deke. But I know it. It almost was like a joke, you know, how our African brothers, they have that accent. And I said, when people say it, when our African brothers come over, it's going to be Loft Attic. You know, but it's really Loft Attic, you know, but people started just calling it a Deke, you know, because it was a joke, but it's Loft Attic, and attic is actually ADIQ. That's actually each letter is the middle name of my children from oldest to youngest.
Wow.
So the A is my oldest daughter's middle name is Amaray, and that's the A. My oldest son's middle name is Darrell. That's the D. My youngest daughter's middle name is Imani, and that's the I. And my youngest son's middle name is Kayam, named after my one of my younger brothers that passed away. His name was spelled with a Q. So that's where Attic comes from, ADIQ.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay,
so,
okay.
You know what? And normally, and my team can attest to this. Normally, when we're talking to somebody and we're having a great time flies. All right,
it does, man.
It's going slow right now. I'm loving this. It's going a little slow right now.
Yeah,
you know? Mama Amos says unique with a Q.
That is. I like that. Unique with a Q. Thank you. Yeah, man.
So everybody out there, it's actually Loft Attic. But if you look at it and somebody tell you about it and it's Loft of Deke, it's the same place.
It's the same place.
There we go.
It's the same place, man. And actually, the name of our upstairs, we're actually giving it a different name. And upstairs is really going to be pretty much 30 and over. You know, it's going to be 30 and over upstairs. Down here, because we can do all ages down here. We can do wedding receptions. We can do sweet 16s. We can do baby showers. You know, now we can do those things. But upstairs, strictly 30 and over, because upstairs is going to be it's gonna be a lot more nicer. It's gonna be more intimate. We're gonna spend increase our budget a little bit upstairs.
Okay.
So I'm so
like
excited.
that.
I tell you, I'm very, very excited about what's going on upstairs.
So you have both of them running at the same time?
Yes, simultaneously. If we have an event happening on this first floor, it doesn't have anything to do with someone booking what's going on the second floor. And we'll have another staircase that leads. There's one staircase that leads upstairs now, but when I occupy more than 75 people, I have to have a second staircase. So we'll actually be building a secondary staircase that's going to lead you right on the side of the stage. And it'll be an open staircase as well. So people that are still down here looking at a live show, the staircase wouldn't obstruct their view.
Well, you got it all laid out, man, for real. Marcel, you got a question?
Just a question. Do you have a target date for the upstairs?
You know what? I got in trouble with target dates before, so I don't, we're really, really close. I mean, we're about a couple of months out with having the main area done, so I say by the beginning of the year, we should be ready to rock and roll upstairs.
Okay. And you're saying 30 and up for mature people. Do you have something in place for those, how some people are more mature and they want to kind of get out and enjoy themselves? What do you have for, how can I put this? Wheelchairs or something of that nature. If someone wanted to just come out and have a nice time.
Yeah, we're ADA compliant on this first floor completely.
Right.
We're ADA compliant. We maintain a certain amount of space for our aisleways, so wheelchairs can get in and out with ease of access. Second floor, something like that, we would have to install
chair lift,
a ladder, and of the elevator. And those are things that we've been considering, as well as installing that elevator. Now down here on this first floor, we still have 30 and over events down here. We have our first and third Wednesdays. It's an after work stepper set that we have, and it's pretty much a 40 and over crowd that comes down here on every first and third Wednesdays. And then almost one Saturday out of the month, we would do a later evening steppers event. We just had one this past Saturday. So everything on the first floor right now is ADA compliant. We would have to install that elevator for that second floor. So it believe me, it's in my mind right now where I would actually put that elevator chute. And it doesn't have to be a real large elevator. It just needs to be an elevator that's large enough for a wheelchair and some people.
Yes.
So that is something that's in the plans.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Marcy, take us.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. We are going to redirect, regroup, and refocus and get some life coaching from our life coach, Jeff Relaford.
Ooh-wee. Okay, y'all. This 1 minute thought today. I got 3 words. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Mind your
The
business.
thing is, man, when y'all trying to complete these goals, the objectives, and y'all have all these plans, you do not have time to waste. Meaning, you do not have time to be worried about other people's business. If you keep your own business, you'll be able to concentrate on your business.
That's right.
So stop the gossiping, stop the talking. And if you really want to succeed, mind your business and expand your own.
That's right.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a good word for the day, bro. Good word for the day.
Real.
Yes, sir.
Mind your business. Hey, Darrell, what's the occupancy of your building?
Well, I would say seated with chairs and tables and everything, we can get 400 on this first floor.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah,
man. What's the size of the
Okay, I got to throw a
Said
showcase.
18,000 square feet.
Showcase. We
Yeah.
got a showcase.
Big building.
you know, in memory of Kelly, of course. But we got to do something now. We got to do something. Hey, man, I would love to bring Dope Living TV live once a month to your facility.
Hey, man, you just let me know the date and the time. That's all you have to do with me, Greg. Date and time.
You always tell me that, man, and you know, I did one event there. It came out very well, okay. But I want to be able to take this show to a live session, a live place with my family here, and we just sit down at the table on the stage, invite everybody to come through and hang out. You know, we want to do that, man. We gotta make that happen.
Yes, sir. Well, you just let me know. You figure out a date and a time. Get back with me. I'll make sure it's clear on that calendar, and we'll go ahead and put it in rotation.
Y'all down with that?
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Can I tap dance when I get there, though?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Zell, he gonna have chicken and watermelon there too, dude.
Oh Lord,
we need some
I don't
grits
eat
too.
watermelon though.
I do.
Right, you and I both. We eat it. We both eat that.
I eat grits.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm a grit eater. I eat grits. I don't eat chitlins though.
No,
no, I don't eat chitlins. I don't eat any pork. No pork.
Chitlins is the devil.
You shouldn't even say that. Don't even say no CH words on here, man. Hey, Moby,
I heard that. Yeah.
No, y'all hit it. I was just talking about if you got us up there 40 plus, you got to have some space to dance.
Oh yeah, we got space to dance. Yes, sir. We got space to dance.
1,000 square foot. Ooh, man, that's plenty.
Yeah. Well, you have to, if you go on our social media sites, our Facebook, Loft Attic, you will see some of our steppers events, man, and people are in here dancing. You know, they're cutting the rug. We had what they call a grab bag, which was a $1,500 prize contest this past Saturday. And what it is people sign up, but you don't know who your partner is going to be.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's no practicing and no nothing, man. And they have so much fun.
Game on 20.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we also do steppers lessons here every Sunday. From 1 to 4 every Sunday, man, and we have a blast. We have a blast.
I was just going to mention that he has there's a class that comes in there, which I really want to come in there and tape, because I'm thinking about doing a documentary on stepping. All right, that would be perfect, man. That would be perfect, because they come there every Sunday. And the thing that I'm so impressed with, man, is that through all of the stuff that we see that's going on in the world. You know, you can't even go to a parade without things are happening. Okay, people are still coming to your club. You're still thriving, and man, it is great to see that, especially in my hometown, in the city of Gary, Indiana. Where, you know, we get a negative connotation. Okay, but throughout all that connotation, man, you stand out like a rose, man. For real, man. I'm proud to call you my friend, but number two, I'm just even proud of what you're doing, bro.
Well, thank you, bro. And I'm glad that you said that, because like we were talking, things happen everywhere. Things happen in the north side of Chicago. Things happen in Hollywood. You know, things happen everywhere. What I've learned to do over the years, I don't distance myself from the community. A lot of the younger guys that are in the area, and young ladies as well, because I've owned salons for over 20 years. So this is all I've done. We're into the healthcare business as well. And I'm also a real estate investor. And man, I enjoy giving people advice and just giving them certain little nuggets that they need, man, to actually spike their interest and saying, okay, well, maybe I need to clean up my credit. Okay, well, this is what you do. So I really enjoy giving back to the community, but talking to the younger folks. And because I understand that their way of thinking is a little different than how we thought coming up. And some of us older folks, and I'm 51 this year, so I will call myself a little older now. And some of us, we actually back away from talking to the younger folks, because some of us are scared to talk to them. We don't know, if they're going to come out of a bag, if they're respectful or not. But man, I just have faith that, okay, maybe I can actually say something to this young fella that might make him change the way that he thinks about things, you know. So I don't want to ever distance myself from people in the community. I'm not a fool now. I know not to go down this dark road with a gold chain on with diamonds sparkling and all that type of stuff. I do understand that.
Can't bling it up instead of be standing up.
Right. That's right. But I always want to maintain a line of communication with these young folks, man, because I mean, guys would actually call me and ask me, can they come up here and just talk to me about some things that they have going on, and with whether it's relationships or trying to start a business or something that's just not going right in their life. So I enjoy being a servant to that as well. So just keeping that line of communication going with our younger folks, I believe that helps some. I do believe it helps some.
Yeah,
it says a lot about you because you're hands on with your business. You're very hands on, and I've seen you again. Like I said, I'm saying this because I've seen it. That you know how he does take people and actually lift them up. You know, I've known. I remember there was a couple some time ago, and I guess they lost the place that they were cooking at, and you told them, come on in. You can have the kitchen. You can go ahead and do your thing.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah.
They were cooking. Yeah. They were cooking on Sunday. They had some good food too. I don't know what happened to them because I haven't been around in a while. But hey man, you do some great things, man. If somebody's trying to do the business, trying to be a club owner, okay, how could you tell them so that they, what could you tell them? I'm sorry, so that they can be a successful club owner.
Well, for one, they need to know exactly what lane they want to be in. Yep. You know, we can say we want to have a restaurant and we want 100 items on the menu and this and that and other. We want to do seafood and we want to do duck and things like that. But that might not be the lane that you should be in. You know, you might be a place that actually is great with chicken wings and some turkey tips and things like that. So you have to know what your market is, you know, and understand that lane and then perfect that as best as you can. But finances sometimes are our major hurdle, you know, finances, because you have people that have great ideas, but sometimes they just don't have the finances or resources, right, to actually get those ideas and dreams to manifest, you know. So knowing what it is, knowing what you want to do, knowing what you want to do, and you have to get in there and you really have to work on that thing there, you know, and then you know, once you get good at that, then you can, you know, expand a little bit. You can add something else to your menu or what have you. But some places are what we would consider a watering hole, where people just sit at the bar and just get lit. I never wanted to be that type of place. Yeah. You know, I wanted to have a place where you can come in and you can have you something good to eat. The music is not real loud. You can come in here and get on the Wi-Fi on your computer. You know, you can sit back and watch the game if you like. You can watch a boxing match on this particular television. So I wanted to have a place that we can entertain people. You know, so you going back to, you know, you knowing what it is that you want to do, you know, and you as you are what you think, you know. That's something that I do want to add to that. I listen to a lot of Earl Nightingale and Bob Proctor's and things like that, and I had a paradigm shift myself. You know, I work so much where sometimes it's hard to enjoy your works, you know, your fruits and things like that. But I have a good support system, and I have the support system where it makes me say, you know what, I'm going to stop working right now because I want to go home and I want to hang out with my wife, my kids, and my puppies, you know. So just, you have to create boundaries for yourself, and you actually have to give yourself time, pull yourself away from work at times, and enjoy the people that you love. And that's what energizes me. You know, that's what energizes me. So
see, we always close the show out with some good stuff. Okay, you started off already. That was excellent. I don't even know if anybody else got something to say, but we're gonna go around. Go ahead, Marcella.
Yeah.
Jay, I just want to talk a little bit about gratitude. In talking with young people, I really like what Darrell Biddings is talking about and speaking to the youth and things of that nature. But in talking with a lot of youth, they're constantly complaining about things that they don't have. And so I just want to encourage everyone to constantly think about what you can be grateful for versus complaining or looking at the next person to see what they have and what you don't have. Be grateful that you do have. That's it.
Words of wisdom coming from our seasoned elder sister, and we need to hear more of that. We need to hear more of that. I mean, you said it. You said a mouthful right there. Just I've gone through a lot of different things in my life, and you know, you get distracted. You can get distracted, and that's the cup being half empty and half full. You know, guys like Steve Harvey, they would tell you, man, make you a vision board. And I still have yet to do it because I say my vision board is in my head. I know what I want to do. I know I want it, but writing it down really, really helps. I put a lot of things in my phone. I mean, every day I'm putting things in my calendar, almost everything that I have to do. If I have to call somebody by 12, I put it in my calendar, let alone just my dentist appointment or doctor's appointment, but every little thing that I have to do. If you tell me, Greg, you say, hey, check this out tomorrow, you know, it's going to be on television, such and such. I say, hold on 1 second. I put it in my calendar because you forget a whole lot. So, you know, write things down, draw things out, you know, don't just rely on your memory. And I have to get better with that myself. You know, I have to get better with that myself. And, you know, I'm a work in progress, but just hearing from our elders, you know, I love it because I lost both sets of my grandparents. And my grandfather was the last one living, and he was so encouraging to me. And I watched him. I didn't understand that he had real estate because he had a multi-family apartment building, and all of my relatives have stayed in those buildings and in those apartments. And he would always tell me, grandson, you have to keep your paperwork organized. He would have a note of someone borrowing something from him 10 years ago, and he would have it in his little fold, in his little box. And he said, you have to keep yourself organized. So that's something that I actually have been working on for years, is keeping myself organized. So that's just something else that I wanted to add to the question that you had asked me earlier, is organization.
Keep it going. That's right.
Yes, sir. Organization.
Well, I mean, I'm going along with everything, and I'm feeling everything that you're talking about, bro. I mean, I understand the organization part. I understand that getting out there. The youth is very important. They don't. A lot of stuff that they don't understand is, and they probably have not been taught, is how to do the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And brothers like you, you know, and folks on this panel that have dealt with the youth and told them how to do it, and tell them that you don't have to pay me for nothing. All you got to do is pass it to the next person.
That's right.
Pass the reward. And that's what we do. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. And I totally agree.
Yeah, I just want to let the people know it takes some drive. That's what I got out of this. It takes some drive, determination, and also some vision. You know what I mean? This man has really showed us that he had a vision in his head and he executed it.
Yeah.
And I think we just need more people to execute their vision and trust the plan that they have. You know what I mean?
Trust the process. That's right.
Yeah, you trusted the process, and that's what you did. So, brother, I'm looking for you to open up more than one club in Gary. I want to ask you a question, but that's what I'm looking for you to do. I want you to open up more than one club in Gary, so you can have entertainment sold up in this bad boy.
Yes, I want to go outside of Gary as well. I've actually, I'm talking to some business associates of mine about doing shows, like at the Tinley Park Convention Center. That's something that we're working on. But I want to start bringing nice shows to the Railcat Stadium as well. You know, I had made an investment with some people that had a place in Indianapolis, and we were in the downtown area. and it was an African guy that I was doing some business with. So I most definitely am looking into expanding in different areas.
There we go. That's what's up. Zell.
Real quick, D already talked about it. He expressed that, you know, people tried to talk him out of his vision and out of his dream when he shared those dreams with them. So we have to be mindful not to allow others' concepts and beliefs to bring our dreams down and to not fulfill our destiny. So if we have a vision that God gave us, that vision is for us. Others don't see it. So we just got to continue to press forward with our dreams and achieve those goals. So, and achieve those, you know, those objectives. So that's what I got. D, thank you for what you did, brother. Thank you for what you're doing.
That's powerful, man. And thanks for that encouragement too, man. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this entire interview. I don't do too many, but lately I've been doing quite a few, and it's getting, don't want to say it's getting easy, but I'm feeling more and more comfortable because it's not a script. It's everything is coming from my heart and everything. And this is what I want to share with people, you know.
You got a story, Darrell. You got a story that needs to be heard. All right, Gina.
Man, I just want to say thank you for pouring back into your community. We get people who, you know, just blow up and they want to leave out of the community. And you're staying here, building up. And I drive down Broadway all the time, and I see all the cars parked up and down Broadway for your establishment. So I know it's booming. But thank you so much for sharing your passion and giving back to Gary.
Thank you all for acknowledging that, and thank you all for inviting me out. And I mean, anytime, Greg, you know, I enjoy it, man. You all are warm and welcoming to me. I can tell that you all are sincere, and I just love that about you all. Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you real quick. Marcella had asked about she asked about something. I forgot what it was. My thoughts gone. So look, Darrell, appreciate you coming to the show. I forgot my thoughts.
You're old.
My mind is just going 1,000 miles a minute. All right, I got a lot of stuff I want to say, but I can't say it because you know, time is up. But Darrell, you know, wanted to celebrate you, man, because you know you've done a great thing for the city of Gary, and I think the people that have watched that are outside of Gary will now know that, you know, as opposed to having Gary labeled as something negative, there is a light, right? Okay, and it's the loft attic. I'm gonna call it the loft because that's what I've been calling it for years, the loft attic. So
yeah, that's what they call it, the loft for short.
The loft for short, absolutely. Okay, hey man, we appreciate you giving us this time. All right, and definitely, I'm going to be in contact with you real soon, brother.
Okay, and blessings to you all and your families too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll be looking forward to the next one, bro.
Oh, hey man, look, our place right here is your place. Anytime you got something going on, you want to talk about it, come through.
Yeah. Hey,
we got you, brother. We definitely got you. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?
All right, peace.
All right.